What is up, guys? Stark here. I am back for another Fate video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the entire breakdown of the 2025 year and what banners and servants you guys can expect to see. I do this video every year, and this year is no different, so we're going to get started with it. Merry Christmas, everyone, and a lot of banners to get through, a lot of servants to talk about, so let's just jump right into it. Alright, so getting started here with January, there is going to be 3 different events that have banners in them. There'll be multiple banners in those events, but 3 big events that we want to look out for. And the first one, of course, is going to be the New Year campaign banner. This is going to be the traditional New Year's banner that comes out every single year, and it's going to bring out a new 5-star character, and going to be Rasputin. It's a character that a lot of people have been looking forward to for a very long time, myself included, so now we finally have the opportunity to pull for that character. In addition to the new character for Rasputin, there is going to be other banners with different servants rated up throughout the duration of the event. We're not going to go ahead and break down the specifics as far as dates go. We'll do that with a calendar video, but there are going to be a variety of good 5-star characters rated up, and there's also going to be some 4-star characters rated up alongside the 5-star counterpart. In addition to the New Year's campaign banner, there is also going to be a Lucky Bag summon or a GSSR summon. This traditionally also comes out every New Year's as well. This is going to be broken up into 20 different banners based off of classes and Noble Phantasm types. You can only roll on a single pool or banner, and it has to be premium St. Quartz used. We're not going to talk about that too much. GSSRs are pretty standard at this point. I might make a different video breaking down all the different 20 banners, but it is there, it is available for you guys to choose from, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, if I do all 20 of the banners now, in addition to everything else, it's going to take a while, but just know there is a GSSR with the New Year's campaign banner. Alright, next up we do have the second event in January, and this is going to be a pre-release campaign banner, and it's going to be split up into 2 different banners. The first one is not going to have any new servants. It's just going to have 5-star Nemo and 4-star Nitocris, but the second of the 2 banners is going to have a new 5-star character. It's going to be a new Nitocris character, and it's going to be an Avenger. So Nitocris Alter will be coming out there as the second banner in this event for January, about a week after the New Year's event ends. It does give you a little bit of time to recoup, but not a whole lot. And then the third and final event in January is also going to be another pre-release campaign. It's going to be part 2 of the pre-release. It's going to give us 2 different banners. Both of these banners are going to have new characters on them. I'm not going to try and pronounce the names of these characters, but it's a new 5-star assassin, new 5-star pretender, it looks like. Yep, pretender for the 4-star. And then on the second banner is going to be a 5-star foreigner. This one I can pronounce, Kukulkan for that one. So yeah, a bunch of new servants coming at the end of January / beginning of February. I actually think the second of the 2 banners here does come out at the beginning of February. Yeah, February 7th and the 21st. I did include this as it is an event that started in January, even if it was on the last day of January. So we did include this in January's slots there. So continuing on into February, we do have the 27 million downloads campaign banner. This is going to feature a Reshki goal. Nothing special here. It'll be about a week out, February 13th to the 20th. The dates are very subject to change, but probably the second week of February. And then towards the end of the month, we have the Valentine's Day event, which is going to be every February. We get it. It's going to have a new character, of course. It's going to be the 5-star ruler, Popis Johanna. She's going to be coming out into the game. And all of the previous Valentine's Day servants and female servants will be rated up throughout various banners throughout the event. There will also be a rerun of last year's Valentine's Day banner as well for Bizet. So if you weren't able to get them last year, then now you have the opportunity to do so, as well as all the other Valentine's Day servants from 2016. It's such a long time ago when you think about it. But yeah, all the Valentine's Day servants are rated up. I will point out that you can also get the Avenger Nitocris on this banner. If that's a character you want, maybe it is worth considering skipping their initial banner when they come out in order to pull for them when they come out for this event. just something to keep in mind. They are very closely related, and if you do want to pull for Johanna, you might also want to pull for Nidocris as well, so you could kind of combo them together, even though they're probably going to be on separate individual banners. Regardless, you might want to just wait until then to pull for both of them. Alright, moving on into March, and the Valentine's Day event will stretch a little bit into March, but afterwards we do have the White Day events. So traditionally February is for Valentine's Day and March is for White Day. So Valentine's Day we get the female characters, and White Day we get the male characters, and that is exactly how it's going to work again this year. We're going to start out with the White Day Memorial Summon, which is going to bring out Arjuna Altar back, along with a couple other of the male 5-star characters that you guys can see on the screen. All of these characters will be rated up throughout the different banners for this event. We're not going to go ahead and talk about them all. There's too many servants to talk about, so we're just going to have you guys look at it on the screen. However, there is going to be a new character coming out. This is going to be in the Tales of Chaldean Heavy Industries event. This will bring out the new 5-star archer, Takasugi Shinsaku. Anyway, new 5-star character, Takasugi. We'll stick with that. I'm pretty excited for the character, if for nothing else, just because I watched Gintama, and that's one of the characters. So yeah, we just want to get him. He looks pretty cool. I don't really know too much about him, to be honest, but his character design looks really cool, and it's a name that I actually know from Gintama, but from, you know, history as well. So it's a name I recognize. Anytime there's characters that with names I recognize, then I'm always excited to get them. So this will be broken up into 3 different banners, though. There's a lot of different servants to go after. And then the third and final event for March is going to be the Spring New Master Aid campaign. This is going to rate up a couple different servants, but the most notable of these is going to be for Merlin. If you don't have Merlin at this point, Merlin's still a good character to get and is recommended to pull for. So this could be something you could plan on saving up for and pulling for Merlin, who is not rated up on any of the White Day banners. So if you did want Merlin, you'll have to go for this one. I'm assuming we'll get it. I don't really think they'll skip this one, but we'll see. But Merlin is still really good to get. Gilgamesh is also rated up, and Artoria as well for the 5-star characters. Alright, so moving on into April, there is going to be 3 different events in April. Some of these banners will last into May, but we're going to talk about them, I think, in April section. But the first event that we should get in April is going to be the Evocation Festival. Now, this is a really cool thing for multiple different reasons. It does have summoning banners, of course, with some good servants on them, but I think the big thing for most people is going to be that it's going to have an exchange shop, and this is a permanent feature that's coming out in the game. And essentially what this does is it gives you the ability to go back and trade for older welfare servants, items to level up their noble phantasms, the coins, or just to get their ascension materials. So it's a really cool feature in the game. I'm not too familiar with how it works exactly. I don't play the JP version of the game anymore, so I don't have any experience with it, but I do know it's a thing, and I'm pretty excited for it because I think there's like one character that I've missed in Fate that hasn't come back yet. Now, they aren't actually in the evocation list yet, but I'm assuming since we're getting these servants, we'll end up getting all of them eventually. So it's just a matter of time for me. Now, I'm not going to talk about those servants in there too much. We're going to talk about that in the welfare video that I'm going to be making probably like next week or something. But just to know that it is coming, hopefully, in April. So as far as servants go, there is going to be 2 different banners for this. There are going to be multiple different festivals coming out. They're just going to be broken up into different parts. So this is going to be part 1. And like I said, there's 2 different banners, so it's going to be broken up, and you're going to have Kintoki, Shutendoji, and Quetzalcoatl as your 5 stars for part 1, and then Raiko, Ibuki Doji, and Bradamante as your servants for part number 2. Moving on to the next event is going to be the Fate Grand Order Arcade collab event, or pre-release campaign event, sorry. So this is a pretty big deal for us FGO players who don't have access to Arcade. Arcade would get servants that we would not get in the game, and now we're starting to get them. We did get Lady Avalon, so I think that might have been the first step towards this, but now we're starting to get a bunch more, and is pretty cool. But we do have a new 5-star servant. It's going to be Tiamat, character that we've been waiting for a while, been around in the story, never been playable. Now we have the opportunity to pull for them. You also do have the original Leonardo da Vinci and Hassan rated up, King Hassan, Old Man Hassan, as other characters. And then to round out the month of April and get us started on May, we are going to have the Arcade Collab event. So this is going to be a welfare event, and we also are going to get multiple different banners coming out for the event, 4 of them to be exact. Like I said, they are broken up over the course of April and in May, but we are going to get a bunch of new characters as well. I guess 2 new characters. So we're going to get a new 5-star character, and this is going to be a 5-star character with the Beast class. So that's something new for us to get here. It's going to be Draco, and we're also going to get a 4-star assassin for Locusta. So 2 new servants there. That's going to be on the first banner, and then we're going to have 3 other banners that are going to be coming out. So we'll be able to get Lady Avalon and Jox as 5 stars on part number 2, Skahawk and Nightingale on part number 3, and Mordred and Jack on part number 4. So there's a bunch of different servants. Of course, there's going to be 4-star servants rated up with them, and it's a welfare servant event, like I said, so we'll be able to get a new 4-star character for that. Alright, moving on into May, we have 4 different events with banners in them, not counting the ones we already talked about. The first one is going to be the Evocation Festival Part 2. So this one is going to be the second batch of welfare servants getting released into the shop. And alongside that, we do also have the banner as for pickup servants. So you're going to have Okida Soji rated up, Vlad rated up, Mysterious Heroine X rated up as your 5-star servants. Not the best banner, but we do get those welfare servants added to the pool, so that is a pretty cool feature. Next up, we do have the Ordeal Call pre-release campaign. This is going to feature a couple 5-star servants in Anastasia and Ivan the Terrible. Alright, next up we do have a pretty big event here in the Karakuri Ilia's Castle event. This is going to have 3 different summoning banners with 1 new servant coming out into the game. That servant is going to be the 5-star assassin, Kashin Koji, new character, and then alongside them you're going to have the, let's just say, the Ilia servants rated up. So you'll be able to pick up those characters throughout the different banners coming on in the event. And then the final event in May and stretching into June is going to be a Nero Fest and Battle in New York summoning banner. This is going to feature some of the characters in the events, most notably the Neros. You're going to have Nero, or Bride Nero, and Summer Nero as 5-star servants rated up. You're also going to have Tesla rated up, and Thomas Edison. I will say Edison there is a story lock servant, so is Tesla, but those will be your characters rated up for that event to round out May and get us started on June. Moving on into June, and we do have 3 different events in June that have banners in them. The first one is going to be the Paper Moon pre-release campaign banner. This is going to feature 2 servants, both of those servants that are already came out this year as debut servants. So if you wanted, you could skip and save for them until now. It's going to be Nito Chris Alter and Ku Kulkin as your 5-star servants. And then for the next event is going to be the Paper Moon chapter release. This is going to have 3 different banners, and they're going to feature some new servants. Well, 2 of them anyway are going to feature new servants. So you're going to have a new 5-star Lancer and going to be Bhima. You're also going to have a new 4-star Berserker, and this is going to be Duryodhana. There you go, new 4-star Berserker. The second campaign banner is going to have Kama rated up as the featured servant, but nothing new on the second banner. But the third banner is going to have a new 5-star Archer in Durga. You're also going to have the new 4-star Berserker rated up as well on the first banner and the third banner. So both of the new banners will have the same 4-star servant. So if you missed them the first time, you can get them on the second banner without having to go waste St. Courts trying to pull for a 4-star servant. So that's always nice when that happens. And then the third and final banner in June, which will lead us into July. Most of these banners do go into July. It's going to be another downloads campaign banner featuring the ruler Artoria and the summer, I guess the ruler Artoria is summer too, but summer ruler Artoria and summer Okida. You're also going to have 2 other banners on that event. It's going to have Maid Alter and Mysterious Heroine XX, and you're also going to have the other summer Artoria, all the Artorias rated up, Archer Artoria and Mordred. So a good opportunity to get some of the older Summer Servant characters that you might have missed in the past. Alright, moving on into July, and we have the first banner is going to be the Strange Fake Whispers of Dawn broadcast banner. This is going to feature Gilgamesh and Enkidu. I'm not sure we're going to get this one because obviously it already broadcast, so we might not get this one. We might get something else. We might also get it. It's nothing too big or important either way. Next up, we have the Evocation Festival Part 3, so another batch of welfare servants will be added to the shop, but we do also have a banner, and that banner will feature Scotty, Jalter, and Hokusai as your 5-star servants for that event. Next up, we do have a new event. It's going to be the Mystic Eyes Symphony event. This is going to have 4 different banners on there. It's going to have one new servant, and that is going to be the 5-star Saber in Medusa. The second banner is going to have Bakken as the rated up servant for that one, the 5-star Rider. The third banner will be headlined by Huyan Zuo, and the final banner will be headlined by a bunch of different servants, but we're going to have Miss Crane, Galatea, and Vritra as your 5-star servants for that event. Moving on into July, we do have the Anniversary Pre-Release Campaign event. This is going to feature the 5-star Archer James Moriarty and the 5-star Rider Leonardo da Vinci. We might get this one at a little bit of a different time just because of the anniversary difference for us, but we should get it at some point anyway. And then they have the anniversary event. So this is going to be towards the end of July into August. Like I said, we might have ours on different dates, but this one is going to have a couple different banners to it. The first one is going to be for the anniversary servant. That's going to be Ace the Savior, a new 5-star caster. And then of course alongside that, they are going to have the rate ups for different 5-star servants throughout the events. You guys can see them on the screen right there. And of course there will be a lucky bag with that. So a GSSR to pull from. This one's going to be split up into 12 different banners. Lots of different things. How is it actually split up? Divided by 2 groups, 9 females and 3 male banners, sorted by year of release. Yeah, we're not going to talk about them again, like I said, but a bunch of different banners to choose from. And there is also a Destiny Order GSSR as well. So this is a really cool feature that we got last year, or this year, I guess, that we weren't really expecting. So hopefully we'll also get this one again. Destiny orders are really cool. You get to choose 9 different servants to be put into your GSR pool, and then of those servants, you're guaranteed to get one of them. So that is a really cool feature. It kind of narrows down the odds or increases the odds of getting a servant that you really want, or if you have 9 servants that you really want, then you can go ahead and throw them into the Destiny order, and you're good to go. Now, I think the only servant that is not available up until this point is going to be Ace the Savior, the anniversary servant. Obviously, they want you to pull for them on their own banner, but I'm pretty sure everyone else that has been released up until that point is going to be available. Now, this is only for 5-star servants, but yeah, I think that's it. But it's really cool. It's a really cool feature. Definitely looking forward to the next Destiny order for us. And that will wrap up the month of July. Alright, so moving right along to August, we do have our Servant Summer Festival, of course. We're going to have a bunch of new servants coming out in their summer costumes. And the first of those is going to be new servants, of course. Going to be the 5-star Berserker Artoria. So another summer Artoria for us. We're also going to get a new Suzuka Gozen as a Rider version, and we're also going to get a new Chloe as an Avenger. Now for the second banner is going to be a bunch of male servants who I do believe finally get their summer costumes that we have been waiting for a long time. Not 100% sure on that, but given the fact that they're rated up on the banner, I would assume that that is the case. Now you are going to have 5-star Oberon as your headline for this banner, but you will also be able to pull for Gawain, Lancelot, and Tristan in the event if you don't have them already. The third banner is going to give us a bunch of new servants once again, and summer ones at that. You're going to have the 5-star Ruler Melusine, the 4-star Pretender Kate Ku, and you're going to have the 4-star Archer UDK Barghest. And then for the final banner is going to be a return of one of the servants debuting this year, and that is going to be for the 5-star Assassin Tezcatlipoca. still butchering the name, I'm sure, but nonetheless, they are available for that. And then, of course, after that, or during that, or at some point during that, we're going to get the rerun of last year's event banner. So all the servants that were available in the summer event last year, the new ones anyway, will be available once again. Moving on into September, we do have a ton of different banners and events in September. 6 different ones featuring banners. The first one is going to be for the Hunting Quest. This will feature a ton of different summer servants rated up, headlined by Okidosoji, Saber Alter, Avenger Kama, Moon Cancer Kiara, well I guess they're both Moon Cancers, but Summer Kiara and Summer Abby. Next up we do have the Ordeal Call Campaign Part 2. This is going to rate up a couple different characters. Most notably here is going to be Rasputin coming back, so if you did miss out on him in New Year's, you will have another opportunity to pull for him. We do also have Muramasa and Dolmen as 5-star characters rated up, if you are still looking for those characters. Moving on, we have the 4th part of the Evocation Festival, so more welfare servants added to the mix, along with a banner, which is going to feature Artoria. Well, I guess I have to be more clear. The original 5-star Saber Artoria. You're going to have Caster Ilia and Joan of Arc as the 5-star ruler. Those will be your headliners for that banner. Next up, we have the Kyomath exhibit campaign. This is going to feature a couple different 5-star characters. We're going to have Beniema, Ibuki Doji, and Minamoto no Tametomo as your characters. Next up, we have a new event. It's going to be the Wanjina World Tour. Going to have 2 different banners. The headliner, of course, is going to be the new 5-star character Wajina, and you're also going to have Voyager available on this event as another 5-star character. And then on part 2, you're going to have Ozzy as your 5-star character, and Cleopatra. And then to round out the month of September, we are going to have the Fate Samurai Remnant banner. Now, we also might not get this one because the game is already out, and we might not get this one. But it's going to be headlined by some of the characters that show up in the game, so Musashi, Arjuna, Old Man Lee, Cersei, and Q. Well, I guess that's not really that important. But those are some of the characters that are rated up for the event as they appear in the game. Moving on into October, we do have the Ordeal Call Campaign Part number 3. This is going to feature the 5-star Saber Sigurd and the 5-star Ruler Mothman as your featured servants. We do also have another Evocation Festival, so more welfare servants getting added to the shop. I will point out that the Mecha Ellie is getting added, so you do have the opportunity to pull, or not pull, but exchange for the other copy of them. If you did miss out on the event one of the 2 times, you weren't able to get both copies of the character, even though they are the same character, different skins, different cards, so some people would be collectors, I guess, interested in getting both copies, so you could change for both of them. But there is a banner here. It's going to have the 5-star Saber Shiki, the 5-star Rider Rhinez, the 5-star Assassin Osaka Bihime as your headline characters for the event. Next up, we do have the 3000 day anniversary, which is going to feature Artoria Caster and Morgan as your 5-star servants. And then to round out the month of October and lead us into November, we are going to have a new event. This is going to be a Grail Front event. It's going to have 3 different banners. The first one is going to feature the new character, new 5-star archer, Tolia Mayos. And you're also going to have a new 3-star archer, Sugitani. So those are going to be new characters in the event. The second banner is going to feature the 5-star Rider Wang. It's also going to have a new 3-star character there as Theseus. I think Theseus is new. I don't think we've gotten Theseus yet. But Theseus is rated up. I do think that Theseus is new. And the third campaign banner is going to be rated up for Iskander and Waver, alongside Theseus and Sugitani as your 3-star rate ups. So you should be able to get both of those three stars pretty easily, as long as you're pulling on the event banner. It doesn't look like either of those characters are story locked or anything like that, or limited, so they should be getting added to the friend point pool as well. So shouldn't be too hard to pick up either of those. Moving on into November, we do have the Ordeal Call Campaign Part number 4. Of course, going to feature another banner in Arjuna Alter and Ganesha as your 5-star characters. This does have Asclepius rated up, who is story locked if you have missed out on him. Next up, we have another Downloads campaign event. This is going to be for Melusine as your rated up character. And then we do also have Part 6 of the Evocation Festival, And on this banner, we're going to have the Demon King Nobunaga rated up. We're going to have the 5-star Lancer Sakamoto Ryoma rated up. You're going to have Nightingale rated up as your featured characters. And then to round out the month of November, we're going to have the Guda Guda Super event. This is going to have 4 different banners on them. Of course, they're going to feature some new characters. So the first one is going to have the 5-star Rider Takeda Shingen as your rated up character. You're going to have a new 4-star Berserker as well, and that's going to be Nagakura Shinpachi. And coming from someone who watches Gintama, Shinpachi looks a little different to say the least. Banner number 2 is going to have some returning characters from the Guda Guda events with Okita Soji and Toshizo. And then on event number 3, or campaign number 3, you're going to have a new 5-star Archer in Isugi Kenshin as your rated up character. You're also going to have Shinpachi as well, rated up on that one. And the 4th and final banner of the Guda Guda Super event is going to have some returning characters with the 5-star caster Izumo, the 5-star Berserker Senno Rikyu, and you're also going to have Okita Soji Alter as the final character rated up for that event. And then for December, there is only really one event. This is going to be the Christmas event with Christmas character, I guess. So there's going to be 4 different campaigns here. The first one is going to feature the 5-star Rider Nemo. The second one is going to feature the 5-star Lancer Britomart. The third one is going to feature the 5-star Moon Cancer Summer BB. And the 4th one is going to feature Scotty as the rated up servants. There is also going to be a Friend Point campaign. This is going to have a 1-star servant, 1-star Lancer Mary Aning in there. And I did forget to mention, but on the Guda Guda Super event in November is going to have Oda Nobukatsu rated up as well in the Friend Point campaign. So you would very much like to pull for them if you need them. They should be very easy to get as a 1-star servant. But that does round out the month of December and the year of 2025 for us. Let me know in the comments down below which servants you guys are going to be pulling for, which ones you guys are looking forward to the most, and I'll see you next time.